Just you got it too.
Try it out. Okay, so welcome everybody. So for a few of those people who are new in class, welcome. I record the classes on YouTube, so if you guys are interested in seeing what you may have missed, there's some previous classes there. You could watch even previous semesters too. That's why I have this here, because I try to mute it and be polite about privacy and stuff like that. But we got this class will be focusing a lot on form, whether that be animals, nature. I'm kind of up for anything. Today we have our beautiful subject here, this pheasant. Let's get the pheasant looked at here. Whoa, wait, screen, hello. We got a giant pheasant here. He'll be posing for some painting today, but I did want to kind of go more into kind of using the materials that we're using in this class, which is gouache, which is a close relative to watercolors. Difference between watercolors and gouache is gouache is hyper opaque, just like a wall is opaque to that glass that is transparent. That glass has a nice coating of like a tint. That's basically watercolors. It's going to be everything's transparent and tinted and use multiple layers. Opaque is all about kind of capturing that color and texture with what the paint does. Really cool. It's water-based. And I asked the class to get a smaller set of paints. Nothing larger than 12. And then this kit here has a few extra spaces here, so you could always put in some extra colors that you find shopping or having fun. Shopping. But you'd be fine with just the 12. I mean, heck, you could even get away with 3 paints, but I think 12 is a good number. So there's also a little spritzer. So you're going to want to use the spritzer. Gouache, unlike acrylic, when it dries, you can kind of reactivate it. You can use it up again, adding more water to it. With acrylic, if it dries, it becomes Legos, and it's no longer usable. So if you have acrylic, don't use this container. But if you do have gouache, please use this container. It is going to be your best friend. Waterproof. You can carry this around in your pocket if you really wanted to, with a little paintbrush. But yeah. Let's see here. So today we're going to be playing around with some big brushes here. We're going to play around with a square brush. So I'll get like a pretty large square brush, at least 1 inch or more. This is a good inch, 1 inch square brush. Oh, you can still see kind of the powder there. You have something bigger?
I didn't bring big brush. Too big.
That
might be perfect.
That's not too bad actually. Yeah, that's good. No, that's good. I think that's good.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Can I see what you're using?
So I got this one is a 1 inch square brush.
This one.
Yeah, that's a good one. We'll use that. We will also use a small brush today to draw in our lines. We will be getting to drawing, hopefully. Yes, drawing's fun. Drawing's fun and quick and necessary for all paintings. All paintings you need to draw. So if you're not drawing already, start. And even if you're just doodling or you just look at something, whatever's in front of you, like a cup, your hand, there's always
Oh, no.
You good?
Practice first.
Art. This is just like any other artwork.
Oh.
Hopefully, this will be kind of like something we'll do today.
Oh, good. There's room.
So this is kind of what we're learning today. This is what we've done in some other classes. So you can watch videos on that. It's already been done. This is my own personal work, my own personal painting. More birds, so many birds, different styles. I'm trying different things out. But yeah, for those who are new. So this is kind of what we're doing here. Here we go. Kind of see how this looks here. We're going to be looking at a color with value and then also getting some color on there, trying to paint as opaquely as we can today. So we're going to be just kind of slapping on paint today. I always paint like watercolor, but we're going to kind of step away from that. Okay.
You want this in our little book?
Yes, so we will be using our little book. So in this class, for those who are just joining, we got 2 books. And then we got a book for the road. So I always urge you guys, do I have it? Yes, I do. I carry around this little kit when I get the chance. This is kind of what I have. This is where I have all my brushes on there. I got some pens and drawing stuff, colored pencil. Yeah, we'll be using colored pencil today, of course. And then I advertised you guys to get something like this. You could carry this and this around, and a brush and water, but you can find water anywhere. And you can just kind of paint wherever you want or sketch wherever you want. I've already kind of sketched some places.
I take this with me on the road.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it could be a bit bigger. Whatever you're comfortable with carrying around. Because if you're trying to get out on the town and you're stuck in a line somewhere like the DMV or somewhere boring, those are the places where you definitely want to bring a sketchbook to at least sketch. You don't have to paint, but at least sketch. Bringing around this big, huge thing, not the best. The classroom has a lot of space. We can bring this big, hefty thing. But when you're outside of class and you're wanting to sketch the world, that's the best way to learn. I promise you. You won't truly learn anything to do with art until you get out and look at things in real life. That's what I'm kind of teaching here. So, yeah, have one of these boys. Has anyone got any adventures drawn with these boys yet? Right, maybe that'll be your challenge for next week. Go out and find a bird to draw. You said you drew a bird. Was it in person or you just find something online?
No, I own a bird.
Oh, you own a bird. So it was in real life.
That's my babe right there. His name is Little Buddy.
That's awesome. And that was in your big sketchbook.
Yeah.
Cool. It wasn't too much to carry around.
No,
Or-
it's at home.
It was at home, yeah. Yeah. If you're going to the park, that might be a different thing.
Yeah, he might take them.
Yeah. Parks are a great place to paint
Yeah,
birds.
that's my little bird. I have a canary.
You want to show it?
Oh, the little guy.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
little guy.
So all objects, though, have a light side and a dark side. And a sphere kind of shows a lot of that. Birds have a lot of sphere to them. Just imagine a sphere squished in a certain way. Still have a light side, a shadow side, and shadow. And the shadows can be casting onto other objects. Maybe we'll move this to the light somewhere closer. Maybe on top of that microwave. That might be a good spot for it. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys kind of how color kind of works here. Here we go. So we'll be working with this. Here we go. References. And oh, look at this. It's amazing what lighting can do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So here we go. Cool stuff. So this is also for those who are new in the class. I have a reference Pinterest that always gets updated. I'll stream this. I love giving out references, which means places to get ideas of what to paint. and you're looking directly at something while you're painting. I'm not expecting you guys to draw something straight from your head, but you're welcome to at home. You're welcome to when you're bored, and I really hope that you guys do. But all things that we draw from our head come from somewhere, and I'm hoping in this class we'll learn how to observe something, process it, and then use it with something else. So we might learn how to paint this bird or something, but what you're learning from painting this bird is more important than what it is. But you could totally go metaphorical, like I see this bird as a symbol for how I feel today, and it's brightly colored, and I want to be, I don't know, wearing bright, I don't know, all sorts of stuff. So, yeah. So here we go. So we got this here. Right. So kind of working at home and stuff. But yeah, and here I like to keep it kind of technical. But this is a reference page. So we have stuff going all the way back from semesters ago. And I've just been continuing to build it up. Some really great references, stuff that we didn't even get around to that are great practices to have. Yeah. Shoot, it's like I'm kind of tempted to do one of these boys. Yeah, we'll stick to it. Yeah. So this class is about form and objects. The previous class that I had was about landscape and perspective and depth. This coming semester in summer, I'm going to focus on faces, portraiture. Yes.
We're here.
So you don't want to miss it. I've done it before, and it's like one of my favorite classes. So, but it's my first time teaching it with painting. So
We're gonna have live models.
we'll use a big screen probably.
Sorry, I'm kidding.
She likes to model. She's actually modeled before in
Yeah.
the past over at Sacramento College.
Really?
She did.
Oh, that's so
modeling.
cool.
Yeah. for
That's
our-
very- I did it
our
once.
drawing class.
I've done it once. So yeah,
She was great.
I don't know why my brain goes places. But yeah, there's some really awesome stuff in here. Stuff that even like I'll post random things that I'm reading from books. Also, there's books I
Yeah.
give out to as well. I'll throw it in. Oh shoot, I never did this. Let's do this. Okay, so this will be sent to you guys. This should pop up into your emails every class. So if you're missing class, whoa, we don't need that.
Check that.
So if you're ever missing class, you're sick, broken leg, whatever, who knows? You can always watch it at home. So it's come in handy. A lot of people like it. All right, so let's get a new page out. We'll start out, get some colored pencil, our palettes. We're gonna start with simple colors, or what we might call values. Ooh, what is that?
Nice to meet you. Oh, people, please.
Okay, colored pencil.
I'll figure it out. Man.
Ricey.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Just call me Brycey.
I did not. I called. She said it. She said it. She's good. She's good the way she do her voice. Yeah, really. I told her, she's like, I got carried away. Here's the thing though. Okay, she needs, do you happen to have like an extra paper plate or
Is that
something
your
for
paper
her?
plate?
Because
Oh, I do. I do have extra plates. Does anyone need plates
I
for
need one.
mixing?
Yeah.
The problem is I take my stuff out and I forget to put everything.
No worries. It's actually a plastic plate. You could probably use this for success if you really needed
Thank you so
to.
much.
Really?
Yeah, easy. Yeah. Hey, you guys. So we need to use a palette when we're painting.
Thank you, man.
I don't like yours. I
I've
do
been-
that. I want to one time, yeah, because you can mix everything.
You're on fire today. What the hell?
I didn't even have my coffee. I'll take one, Bryce.
Right.
No, she's
Please, I'll take one because I like the idea of.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Alrighty. Here we go.
Much
We'll have the ball out here. No. Oh, I can't zoom in like here. Oh well. Okay, well, I might need to just kind of draw it on the screen here. So here is our subject, snipping tool. Here we go. A ball. Yes, because everything's a ball, everything's a sphere, everything's a cube, everything's a cone. If you can master those forms, practice them at home, you can build anything up and you can start morphing these things into really fun shapes. These are fun tools to use. This is not meaningful, okay? This is a tool to use. We will use this ball form for all sorts of things.
Excuse me, can you move the bird so you can see the?
Oh, sure. You could add it here.
There.
Fill up the pheasant. Yeah, beautiful, but. So, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to kind of draw this in real quick. Oh, I don't want to fall in this chair. So here we have a ball. When we draw, kind of keeping our hands loose. Try to do it fast. Okay, well, there's a bad circle, but when you're drawing a circle, I'm just gonna have to show you by hand because I can't work with this thing. So when you're drawing this ball here, so now when you're drawing the ball, you're also drawing the shadow. When you're drawing a thing, you're also drawing the shadow of the thing. So you kind of, in the shadow of the thing, oftentimes beautiful graphic shapes. So when I'm drawing this, I'll be real loose. You see that? Kind of hover that hand above, drop it down. Those of you who are new, you can follow along, you can draw on anything. And we like to notice, where is that light coming from? Now, if it was the sky, if it was the sunlight, the angle in which the shadow will hit will be the same on both sides. But because this is a very small light close to it, I think that light might be a little more, it's got a bit more of an angle. And if that light was really close to it, that angle might be something like this. You know, if there's a light bulb right here. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But if you got the sun, it's so far away that you'll never see that convergence happen. So those lines should be parallel. Yes, we get into math. Art is math. See, this math stuff is pretty meaningless, but what you use this math stuff for, that's where I want you guys maybe find some meaning with. That's what the doodling is for. That's where you find meaning. It's that wandering, that thing. So and so we got a few parts of the ball. There's the ball, and then we have the shadow. Now, when we draw the shadow, what I don't want to see is to draw the line all the way out and then just connect it to the ball. We don't want that, because what's going to happen is, you know, on the screen it's easy, but when I do it on my little ball here, let's just say I was to draw it, it's gonna, I'm good at this. I'm sorry, but like it's gonna be weird. Like that oval is not gonna connect right. So what's most important when you're painting is making sure that you go all the way through the form and look for that angle first. Right? I have that angle, and then I draw all the way through that ball form. And since we're painting opaquely, I'm not too worried about that. There we go. So I drew that shadow just like I did that ball.
Is that shadow more like?
We're drawing all together here. So let's go ahead and do that ball and that shadow.
Is that shadow more ovally?
It is ovally.
Okay.
Because it's what's happening is basically it's the shape of that ball.
Right.
And it's squashed with the horizon. And the horizon here is flat. It's just a flat plane. So we got a flat plane and we got a circular ball. Now, if this was on a curved plane, like a hill or something like that, you might see that shadow curve. If that plane was tilted, you'd see that shadow tilt with the plane. But it's with the surface there. It's with the surface here. Oop. Hmm. There we go. Yeah, so, yeah. So, drawing all the way through the circle. And we're going to be painting over this anyways, so, don't really worry about it. Now, for the ball, we got two sides. We got the light side and the dark side. You can simplify these things. Art is a game of simplifications. Getting really complicated things, simplifying it down, finding cheats in art. So, why did I do this backwards? I'm gonna do this again, I'm sorry. Let's do this.
Just thought you wanted to be different. An artist, your own artist style.
I don't know why my brain's like this. Okay. And these rules, if you know them, you can kind of cheat your way through a drawing. Be like, oh, I didn't actually know the shadow. Like I didn't actually know the shadow was on the other side, so I kind of cheated through it. This is all correct, but it's opposite. It's really confusing. I shouldn't have done that, but now I have it. Maybe I'll get it a bit wider. Okay, start out light, finish it off with more weight.
Okay.
Yeah, something. So when you end it with more weight, you could be like, okay, so here's the final line there. This is what I want. And I can start with more weight here for the final circle. So you won't get lost in all your scratchy drawings. You want to start your art scratchy. It's hard to do, but it's a little wiggly wobbly. Who cares? It's about the ideas. We don't need perfection today. So get those erasers out of here. Okay, erasers maybe for erasing lines that are too thick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounded good. That sounded good.
We love
I
Beavis.
went with that. I went with that one.
So we've done that now. Now we want to find where the light hits the ball and the shadow starts. So I can kind of find that line in that ball there, and you can see we can also draw through the other side. And look, we got another oval. So I can kind of draw that oval real lightly and then maybe thicker on the outside form. We've done this before in the class. So we come back to old ideas. So I kind of draw through with maybe perpendicular to the shadow. There's the point where the shadow hits there. There's a point where the shadow hits there. Draw a line. There's the center of that oval that we'll have there. There's the light. There's the light. Right there, right there. And let's get that oval in there. And I'm just gonna connect the dots here. Bam. Make sense? For those in the back, can you see it okay? It's so far away.
How come you're not using your camera?
Because it's there. You can see that better. And for those at home. So, yeah. So we get the light here. See the angle of the light? Where that hits the ball.
I'm gonna use my.
And this is a ball oval.
Oh, you're not doing what he's doing?
No, you're
On
not.
the-
It's really in the like that.
If the light was on the other side, then this would be more.
Cheater.
Nah,
I get it, but actually, I like this because
see,
I haven't been taught this before.
Yeah, my brain's not, can't stick with
so
it.
this is the light angle.
My brain's can't, my brain's, it doesn't like it. Teaching.
Yeah, she's doing good, yeah.
It
I
just-
hear the
it just-
teacher over here. That's
Yeah,
good, yeah.
it's tiny lines make me confused, you know, that's just,
Okay.
so I like,
So
get rid of all the extra.
you need the shadows.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah.
Big oval down here for the shadows.
Yeah. Cause we're gonna paint over that anyway,
Yeah.
right? We're gonna paint right over all.
See the shadow under the ball? That's what we're drawing to. Very important.
Very good.
So when I'm drawing the shadow, it goes all the way through the ball. Yeah, all the way through. That way it shapes it a bit better. Yeah, I'm showing that. This is how you do it. So you find the forms in there. This is the line between the shadow and that's the light. I'll show it one more time on the big screen. Okay, I'll draw it out real quick, just one more time. Just okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna show it one more time. Just to help you out. So say there was a light right here. We got the light source. This is on a desk somewhere. This is not very far away. Here is our ball. I drew this quickly and loosely with my whole arm rather than my wrist. I'm not going inch by inch. We keep it loose and messy. Yes. Perfect. Everyone is. You'd be surprised. Well, okay. Dear God. You chose this in the front here, so so we got our line here where the light is going to be going down, and the light here will be going down. I'm just showing this here. All right, and then so now we know that the ball is going to be touching on the surface right here. That's where it's going to be sitting. So I can kind of get that surface there, that oval for the shape of that circle. And after drawing it loosely a bit more, I can go back over it with a bit thicker line. There we go. The ball is going to be, the shadow is going to be right here and right here. And depending on how close it is, you're going to have that kind of oval on the inside touching each of these points. So you're going to have to look at the picture of where that ball is going to be, and it will change kind of. Once you have that oval there, then you can put more pressure down. Maybe it'll be lower. Sometimes light changes though. If the light was all the way over here, let's just say, and this was a different ball, then we got this to this, And then let's just say that that light was hitting on that surface. It could be a really long shadow. And then it still hits that point, but now it's going to be more shadow. So this is an example here. We're going to finish the other one first. That make more sense, guys?
Yes.
Well, I'll get more into this later on, but let's just focus on the points of the shadow today, okay?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how you draw it in. And it's important to find that middle ground of what part of this circle is shadow and what part of the circle is light, and what shape is that shadow and how to draw through those shapes. That's kind of what we're really focusing on today. We'll focus more on how this works exactly, but you can play around with it. Okay. So there's a few more parts to.
I sent it to you already.
Here we go. Hopefully the sound works online. I don't know. So I'm just gonna kind of clean this up a bit. So there's a few parts to. Oh. So there's a few parts to this that while you're working. So when you first start painting, you're gonna kind of paint just the shadow colors here. You're just looking at the shadow colors and the shape of the shadows. You don't need to worry about gradients. You don't need to worry about blending. All you're worried about is the shape. So we got a big old shadow here, and we got the big old shadow there. So you got, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, I think we can get to painting here. I'm gonna pull this up on my phone, and then we'll get to painting. I think we have all the information we really need. So, whoa, let's stop doing that. Okay. So I'll have my phone out. Phones are welcome in class as long as you're using them for reference. I don't think I'm allowed to take phones.
No,
Okay.
it's your class, actually.
Oh shoot! Sign me. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Who has a 17?
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh, am I supposed to?
Guys,
You're coming.
yeah. You guys are such trouble.
I told you.
No wonder you're in the front.
But Bryce, I remember, I warned you.
Yeah.
These
Mhm.
two over here.
Yo.
These two. She's trying to behave right now, the one in the back.
Oh, great. So I'm on Pinterest. Okay. Give me a second here. So, no. Okay. Good. All right, beautiful. So I just got to the reference page from the email. There's our ball. We also have a bunch of forms in here. This is a great website. So the thing with Pinterest why I recommend it is that the people who use Pinterest. Yeah, there will be an X. Yeah, good. It's good to like watch it. But yeah, people who are on Pinterest. Oh gosh, I'm gonna actually save this. This will be for you guys too. Cool. You can see exactly what I was talking about with the balls with the lit up in different sides. Oh gosh, we're gonna do a day of this. In fact, maybe we'll just do that today. I really want to. Okay. Gosh, there's so much good stuff. But artists use this for practice and references. So if you don't have an account on Pinterest, make one. It's really quick. And then you can save this, even if you're not taking the class. So much amazing reference stuff to practice and paint from. And it's always updated. There's so much good stuff. I've gone to conventions around professional artists, and all of them use this. So you can find their pins too. They'll share stuff and save stuff. It's awesome. Okay, so let's get going. We got our square brush here. Let's get a big square brush. Oh, and some water. And your palette here. I'll go clean one of my palettes now. You don't necessarily have to clean one of your palettes. In fact, a lot of artists will call this a seasoned palette, meaning, it's been used, but there's some really interesting colors that you found already. But just to go back to your base, I'm gonna clean off one of these things here. Okay, I'll clean this one off. So I'll just get it wet here. Dunk it with some water. I can use a brush or not. Oh gosh, see, it's kind of making this interesting neutral color, which is actually, those colors can be helpful. All right, I'm just gonna kind of get it mucky, and then I'm gonna wipe it off with a paper towel. So we got paper towels too. Does everyone have paper towels? If you don't, I can get it for you. Yeah? Anyone else? Okay. Yeah. You need some for, yeah. I talked to the janitor, so he stocks this. And he does a good job of it too. So thank our janitors. Here you go. Hardworking. You need some? Yep. Anyone else?
I'll take one.
Yeah.
Mine already. Thank you.
Good. All right. Cool. So you might think, what are we doing with trash on our desk? Well, this is like one of the most important things. They use this with every material forever. They've always had rags, and they've always washed things off and painted with them even. This can be a very helpful tool. So, treat it as such. This is a tool. You can play around with it too. So, come from a place of curiousness when you're alone. Be like, challenge yourself. Be like, how do I paint a simple ball? Or how do I get a blend better? Or, how do I get that color, or. All right. So a nice surface here. Got our colors. Okay. Oh, here we go. So when we're mixing colors here, I'm going to use this one. This one's a bit smaller. It's a 3/4 inch. 1 inch, I don't know, it doesn't quite fit. 3/4 will be perfect. I'm going to get some of this. We're going to make a bit of a black here. So I'm going to get some of this ultramarine blue. So this is ultramarine blue. Oh, you can't see it.
The darker one?
Yes, it's the darker blue. So you got two blues. You got the turquoise and you got the deep blue. There's the turquoise and deep blue. Can you guys see in the back? You want to? Doing okay? Yeah, I would say maybe watch this. This is live right now, so you can watch it online. So you can see the colors a little bit better. But I'm just gonna go ahead and place this down here. There we go. Yes. So it's It's not a green. It's not a green. It's a deep blue. It's like a shadow blue. It's like a deep ocean blue.
They might look all alike. Which one's mine?
Okay. Huh?
Which is mine?
Let me see yours. here.
So it's the deeper blue. If you got two blues, just use the deeper blue. If you don't have it,
Here, use mine.
you
One
could
that
probably
home?
you could get away with using the turquoise.
Okay.
It's just not going to create as much of a dark thing. And then we got this reddish brown here. So this is called burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. And I'm just going to make a little pile of it separately right next to it over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or red brown.
Yes. Can you guys see it okay on the screen or?
Well,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the screen's no good. That's just one good thing about the other class. You can see.
Okay, see, I'm not using this one, right, the dark brown?
There's
this
that
one.
ultramarine blue.
Oh, wow.
the
You have to see a brush, you have to clean it.
Well, I didn't clean
sienna.
because we're gonna be using it anyway.
Burnt. Yes.
You mean we're gonna mix it?
We got burnt sienna and ultramarine blue. You guys making today? Ultramarine. Ultramarine right here. And there's that burnt sienna.
Yeah, just gonna, I'm gonna scoop it up with my little guy.
Now, when you pick up the burnt sienna, guys, make sure your brush isn't loaded with paint. So if I had blue in my brush here, I try to wipe it out here. Now, a lot of artists will use what's it called? Cool. Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead. So before I picked up the brown though, I had to make sure to wash my brush. I hope you guys noticed that. I didn't mention it. So anytime I pick up a new color, I'm washing my brush. So I have brown on my brush. Let's say I want to get some yellow. No reason. Don't pick up yellow. I'm just saying this is an example. Before I get into that yellow, I'm gonna wash my brush. Tap, tap, tap. I hit it on the bottom of the cup there. Kind of bounce it there. Tap, tap, tap. And it's drippy and wet. There's your paper towel. Tap, tap. Should be clean. So I have a pretty big cup. On the thing that I told you to get, I said get one of these. This is for painting on the go. So you kind of use one cup to get your brush dirty. I mean, get the dirty brush off, and then the clean, rinse in the other one. So this is all you really need for on the go. So this is always filled with water. I'm ready to go anytime. Say I see the sunset going and I have a few minutes. I can pull over to a park and paint right there, anywhere. All right. So we got those two colors here. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get just a bit of that burnt sienna. See, I just pick up a little bit off to the side. I don't dip it in the middle. I always say to my students, it's not like chicken nuggets, okay? We want to kind of ease it in. So I can just kind of pull in a little or a lot, depending on how much you need. I bring it over to a corner of this blue here. And I start mixing in, just slowly in. Slowly in. Now, if I wanted it to be a deeper orange, I want it to be a much hotter, you know, like I could just keep on mixing it in, and I could keep on mixing and mixing and mixing. But that might be a problem because you might get this giant puddle and you end up mixing everything all together. It's a huge waste of paint. So I know I talk about waste, but you can kind of start a new puddle, wash your brush or something, and get some more going. But we want to mix quite a bit here because it is a pretty big shape. I'm just gonna kind of mix that in there. A little bit of water. Doesn't take much. Maybe I put my brush in maybe a centimeter. And mix that in until I get a deep kind of black here. This is kind of turning out to be a bit purple. Okay, here we go. There we go. So there's our shadow color right there. And good. I have a lot here, so it's good to mix a little too much. All right, cool.
Is this supposed to be the consistency more watery? and dry?
No, you want it to be pretty thick.
Okay.
Mine's a little purple. So
Mine is brown.
okay.
What did I do?
So you can kind of dance between warmer, light. I think that's good though. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this and I'm gonna focus on that shadow area, okay? We're finally getting to it. Let's do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that big brush and I'm just gonna go ahead and load this whole area in. I can add a little bit of water just for this first layer here. We're gonna get thicker later on. Here we go. I think it looks good.
Is it okay if it's watery?
Try. Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be a little careful.
You want it thick, not watery?
Yeah.
Oh, mine's watery.
So, maybe. And then I'm also gonna get that shadow color in there too.
Oh, you're doing the bottom shadow too?
Yeah.
This is the same color?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just focusing on value right now. So if you continue to add water to it, you might lose that color. So try to just use your big pile of paint here. Yeah. Okay, maybe I just need to mix some more paint here. So I'll just do that. I'll just pull in more blue. I have enough brown here. I can just kind of add that in. How's mixing going, guys?
We're making up our own colors.
Okay.
They look pretty good though.
Leave it.
Well, he was asking Virginia, we got to tell her the truth.
Yeah, I want to know. I do. Okay.
Well, mine, I had to make
Oh,
more.
there you go.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a
My color.
Trying not to make it too watery.
Yeah, that's too watery. The damage is
I don't know
done.
what color.
The damage is
Mine
done.
looks
No, it's not.
orange.
It's still forgivable. In the beginning, we can definitely make mistakes because we're going to be bringing in more stuff on top. Okay. Alrighty here. So next thing I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to wash my brush.
So it's supposed to be the same shape, the same color? for both
Yeah.
shadows?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. And then I'm going to go ahead and get some white here. And I'm going to have that be in a separate puddle here. Okay, here we go. So we got that white in the corner there. Right there. And kind of wipe it off a bit so I have less paint on there. And I'm just going to kind of mix that into the color I had before. Here we go. And I'm going to make it real light here. That's good.
Wait. Can you-
Here we go. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of this paint in there. So it's just gonna be kind of a tint here. Okay. So this is not gonna be like the color of the paper here, but it's just gonna be a really light shadow. So this is gonna be like for the light shadows. So this is gonna stay on the light side. You guys kind of see the gray tone here? I mean, mine's coming out a little pink, but I think it'll be all right. And I'm just gonna color in all this area here.
So you mixed it together with one.
A little bit, just a little bit. So I just got the smallest little corner of this shadow here, and I just mixed it in with white. So it's a really light gray. This is gonna stay in the light side here. Here we go.
Oh,
You know what? I'm gonna get this whole top side wet here, just a little bit, so that when I drag my brush on there, it will drag nicely. Here we go. There we go. Cool. All right. So far, so good. That's what we're looking for. So this here, I tinted it. I made it a little bit darker, and I went even a little bit on top of that black line there. But try to keep those brush strokes long. You can use a bit of water on that paper. But yeah. So that's our first step. Now, something to notice with the ball is that this highlight here is not on the center of where the brightest point of that light is, because that's basically reflecting the light that's hitting and bouncing off and hitting you. Whereas the lightest point is actually going to be kind of over here. So I just kind of ignore the highlight at first. The highlight's going to be the very last thing, or any kind of detail too. Okay, cool. Oh boy. Oh, we're not going to get to the bird. I think we're probably going to do a new subject following week. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking for this value here. Oh, I'm sorry. No. So we got the main shadow, but then we also have a core shadow here. Now this is where I am going to be bringing in a bit of black. So so there's bouncing light, right? So the light's hitting the ball, and then oh gosh, it's so technical today. So light's hitting the ball, and then we got a shadow over here, but the light's going to be hitting this surface here. It's going to be bouncing up and brightening this shadow here. Now, this shadow here will never be brighter than the darkest light. Or the, yeah. So what that means is the core shadow here is not going to be over here, because that's where all the light is hitting and bouncing. So the light's bouncing and hitting that stuff, but it gets weaker and weaker as it gets further away. So the darkest part in the shadow, where I'm going to get some black, should be right over here. And then it kind of goes away here. So I'm just going to draw the shape here where it goes. And then another darkest point. Woo! Okay, so you can kind of see that shape there.
Pure black,
Yeah, so that's the pure black.
okay.
So you're just gonna be looking for that, and it kind of forms around, but once it hits close to where that reflection's gonna be. Yeah. So there you go. So we're just working with straight shapes. I'll walk this around. You can kind of see here. Kind of like this.
Mine's all one color.
Yeah, see. So
Okay.
it
Well,
kind of
See your-
I'm-
Lisa,
goes out and under.
I'm just trying to be able to see it, so.
Mine's,
Yeah,
yeah, way
so-
too much color, one color.
No, that's good.
Now,
I just wanted a compliment.
Oh, okay.
Bryce,
yes.
I'm sorry, but may I see
yeah.
where the black is?
Sorry. So it kind of starts off wide. These are never just a line, so I always look for the shape of it, and then it kind of curves
Oh, so
down.
you go all
And then
the
this is going to be a bit the brighter side there. That's going to be the reflective.
But you're
light.
still leaving some like color in here, right?
Um, yes.
You know Spanish.
Huh?
You know Spanish, right?
Poquito.
See?
No. Just kidding.
Really, tortilla.
Oh,
I know how to pronounce things. I know a few words. I could understand a few sentences, but yeah. Alrighty. So, all right, looking good so far. We also have this shadow here. So the shadow. So we got the shadow here. We're gonna get some of that black here. I think. And where that point where it's like just touching now, I'm gonna try to keep things thicker, just picking up what's underneath it. There's that black. And I can kind of mimic that shape a bit. And right where it's touching, this is a contact shadow. So anytime anything is touching, like my fingers touching each other, there's a contact. And basically what's happening is that light is going on top of it. And then it's basically omitting all light because there's no light that can pass through because it's like in the crevice. It's like a big old canyon. If you go inside a canyon, everything's in shadow, right? The same deal, but it's just tiny. So the same thing's going on here. There's that touching point where that line where that's touching, and that's going to be that contact shadow there. Yes. There we go. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do here, washing my brush, we're going to get some darker bits here. In fact, kind of that middle ground so I can look closely at my reference here and try to capture this light here, what's going on here. Oh, there we go. So I'm looking at this over here.
Yeah.
So that's that kind of middle ground there. And so you're gonna get back to that gray that you made before, and I can get some more of that white. I have to pick up more of this white. Mix that in. Okay, here we go. All right, and I'm gonna kind of look at the shadows here. Good. I just think this area here needs to be a bit darker. All right, good stuff. So it's just a straight line, really. It's just real flat. And I can kind of go a little bit over this side here into that shadow area. Looks good. Try not to overbrush it. I like showing off that brush texture. But if you want it to be super smooth, wait till the end. All right, that looks pretty good. That's a pretty good color for this. And then finally, I'm gonna have it be a bit brighter over here. So I'm gonna add a bit more of that white. You can see here, I just kind of gradually get that white. Mix it in, that's pretty bright. This isn't pure yet. And this is just gonna be that top area here. Oh shoot, I may even need more. Depending on your quality of paint, this might be easier or more difficult. I got a pretty low quality I'm working with, so if you have low quality paint, it's not going to be as fun. There's that brightest point. Maybe you need to use even more paint. We're not trying to get a pure white yet,
Oh, okay.
but that white is mixing in with that gray. Good stuff. All right, good. Yeah, see, now my white is so weak that I can use just pure white on this color here. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's very definite lines of value here changing. That's what we're looking at here. Good, yes.
Oh, we're supposed to see the lines? No,
So-
blue and little black.
Oh, you're working with watercolors? Yeah. Oh, okay, this is gouache, yeah. So, yeah, the process is a little different with watercolors. A little similar. Not too far off. Okay, this paper is gonna give you a hard time though. I would have a hard time with that. This is better, but I suggest Arches. Or cotton is good too. There's other brands that's cheaper if this is too expensive. So we got a line there.
Genius. Yeah, are we supposed to show the medias?
Yeah, I mean,
We're supposed to, no me gusta hacer.
well, you have, I mean, that's the whole point.
So
Well, there's the
lines here.
You got that?
I'm trying to do like a,
You want it blended?
I wanna
Media
try-
twenty one
I wanna
blending.
try and get different colors, right?
Right.
No, I mean, I'm used to blending, we're not supposed to blend.
Well, we're blending.
Well, he wants to see Liz's different colors.
So.
I think it looks like.
Okay. My
Yeah,
paint just too
Traffic
watery,
still
I just
dropped
add
in the
too much
corner.
water.
So.
To the mix.
Kind of-
Yeah, it just
Draw
was-
one.
Margarita.
So if you're gonna draw on there.
She
One
says,
of
huh?
the-
She says, huh?
Yeah.
It's not very margarita, you know, we're good at that.
Yeah.
What a bad influence.
Watch out,
That
we're on
is
camera.
No,
Your voices.
it wasn't me, it was rice,
What I do?
rice.
What?
Here's the thing, Rice, that you want us to show the lines, not to blend.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna show you. Well, you might already have the blending down, but so next part would be blending. So you might have already skipped to it, but I can get a bit of this water here, and I make sure my brush is nice and clean, and I can get from this point here. I can kind of reactivate it and kind of brush on top. Kind of reactivating it a bit, just taking my time here, working through the layers here. All right, here we go. And so as I brush over, it's going to be reacting each of these layers. It's going to be blending in each of these layers. And I'm going to go into the shadow even. All right. There we go. Good stuff. And that's it. There we go. Nice little ball. See? That's the magic. That's the magic. Now it's really messy, but I know that the background is also a color. And that's also going to affect things. Now, I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to get a bit of a moist brush. Now, we're not looking drop like drippy drop wet brush. Yeah, so that might be a little too wet. But I mean, I can get into this here. I'm just going to do the whole area, starting that shadow here. Blend it out a bit more. There we go. There we go. Cool. And I'm just kind of blending this all in together too. There, looks good. Now, there's one thing that we're missing, and that's the reflection. Now, I want to show you a little something to do with reflections. Because right now, it looks like a textureless ball. Okay, it's got no texture. You don't know if it's marble or carpet. So this is where you define what this thing is supposed to be. So let's see. What's the Pinterest? Got it here. There it is. So, I mean, sometimes, there's nicks and scratches in there, and you can kind of depict those. But you can kind of see, whoa. Oh gosh, I wish I had my computer out. But you can kind of see, the shape here, where there's these little nicks and knacks and that highlight there. So it's, this is not a smooth ball. This is not a marble ball. So compare that to the other one. Where is it? See, now this one's like a styrofoam. You can see the little bumps and.
Looks like a nest.
A nest? Interesting. A nest?
Maybe I can draw the bird.
Oh, your ball? All right. Well, you got something to practice now. We got something to paint this week. So this is a good thing to practice for sure. But you can see here, this has got a bunch of nicks and knacks of the highlights in there. Sometimes it's a little more scattered, the highlights. There's a bunch of little ones. This one is a little more broad. It's like a little more washed out. This is that reflective highlight. Now let's get back to the one that we were looking at. There it is. So now let's look at this highlight. This highlight is a perfect circle, but it does kind of have a bit of a flare to it. So we can have a bit of fun with that. So let's do that. Okay, I'm going to show myself again. Okay, here we go. So this is a lot of this is learning how to see, learning how to look at things. So it takes a bit longer. I know I could probably just whip this out real quick, but if I teach you how to look at stuff and see what I see, that's good. So we can start with a bit of a glow. So I'm gonna get a bit of that light white with a small brush. I can get a bit of that gray, just so it's not a pure white. Okay. Okay. So it's gonna be a real light gray kind of color. And I'm gonna try to find where that highlight's gonna be, and it's gonna be right here. So there's that little spot. That's going to be kind of our light area. Then I'm going to get a big clump. Now, when we're talking about light, this is the end of the painting, and this is the time where you become Van Gogh. You become the big gloppy guy. This is where you start having some fun with your painting. So we could get our big globby bit of white. If you got two of those whites going, you have one for warms, one for cools. I would say use this for the warm color. It'll just feel a bit better. But after you use it after a while, but I kind of scoop it up basically like a shovel, scooping it up or like a spoon, and you can decide how big of a light that's going to be and what that texture is going to be. This can define a lot of things. So, if I was working with that styrofoam ball, then I'd probably have little dots and stuff kind of out from the center there. That would change the texture. Or I can get some of that darker color here and kind of spread it out here, kind of blend it out. So that little highlight there can define a lot. And I can kind of get some of those highlights, it can really kind of go out from there. If I'm making some crazy texture here. Cool. Now these edges are messy and bad, and I'm okay with that because I'm going to paint the background, and I know that it's a gray, so there's nothing different there. So I'm going to get some of that white and that color there, which is going to be kind of dark here. Here we go. I'm going to use a lot, so this is a big area. There we go. Bit of water. Now I can kind of carve into it. Here we go. I like to get the surface wet first. So this is this is what you call wet on wet. Get a bit of water there first. Not too wet. Just looking for like a little moisture. If you see any puddles or big reflections in that water, you might have too much. Now I'm gonna get that paint. Should be able to drag on top real nice. This is a gray. We all know how to make a gray. We got the same colors as we always do. We got that ultramarine blue and that burnt sienna. Yeah. Sometimes people will start with the background, starting with the biggest shape. Some people will end with it. I think since we're just focusing on form with this class, I would say end with it. But with my landscape class, I would probably start with it. Oh, gosh, I can't help myself but just make it all painterly and textural. Kind of play with that brush. I like it when it kind of peters off, kind of. Get that gray again. There we go. Now, something about this light is that it's coming from a location, which means that even this base surface that this is sitting on top of will also have a light and shadow, which means this side over here, which is closer to the light, will be darker than this side. You can kind of see it. I'll try to show it. So there's one color, and it gets darker and darker as it gets all over here. See that? So I always start with that kind of base color. What is it generally? Then I can kind of lighten up one side. Or darken down the other side. Probably darken down. Probably darken down the other side. I'll probably just do that. So maybe I'll get some deeper color over here, a bit more blue when it hits the shadows. Maybe you could use, there we go. So this is real deep. Okay. Okey-dokey. Good stuff. I wanted to go a step further, and I want to show you guys how to do color. Like what happens when color is on a surface like this. So I'm gonna see how you guys are doing with this. I'll come to you guys individually real quick. If you guys want to, dang, class is already done. You know what? Let's go ahead and do the colors real quick, and then we could call it a day. All right. We need to still take a break. I know we started late today. Okay. Practice makes better. So, you could always watch this over, maybe catch little things.
We'll do it again, yeah.
All right. So now I want to show you guys kind of what happens when you get a color onto this. So I still have a bunch of leftover gray here. And so I'm going to keep that. I'm going to have another little area over here ready to go.
Bryce. I
Yes.
forget, maybe you said it before, but I forget. Does this paint dry quickly like acrylic?
Yes, very quickly. That's why it's such a good sketchbook material, because it dries so quickly. You could close it up and you'll be good to go.
Oh,
You could take this anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is yeah.
But then you can mix it again with the water.
Yeah.
It's wet.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It might lose some texture, especially if it's really thick on there. But all right, so let's choose a color, guys. All right. So it could be maybe we'll just continue this next week. I'll help you guys out with a ball right now, and then next week we could focus on some color.
Focus on color, mixing colors, showing us how to mix.
Getting colors onto your surfaces.
Oh, I like that. That's me.
Yeah, I mean, I could do it right now. I just know
Yeah.
kind of you guys haven't had a break or anything. So, and I think it'd be good just to focus on what's happening in this value of a ball. So I'm just gonna come around and see how you guys are doing. If you need any help, also get some people signed up for the class, help you out with materials. So next week we'll continue this. Okay.
It's a holiday event, right?
Oh, you're right.
2 weeks from this.
Is it?
Yeah, President's Day.
No, it is going to be next week. It is going to be next week. So there is no class next week. So no class on the 16th. I'll be sure to send you out an email, but don't forget. So no class on the 16th.
Already?
Yeah.
I forgot, this isn't a regular class.
Yeah. Yeah, we get a few holidays
I
fall
know,
semester
Mondays,
here,
yeah.
Mondays.
I don't remember
Yeah. And then if you have any Tuesday classes on the 17th, it's not us, but there's also no class then. So that's Lunar New Year's. That's gonna be fun. Does anyone do anything for Lunar New Year's?
I never heard of it.
Yeah? What do you do?
This Lunar New Year Eve.
Yeah, do you celebrate?
Yeah,
How?
just like a turkey, dinner.
Oh, special dinner?
Yeah, special dinner together,
Ooh.
family together.
Oh, nice. What do you eat?
The Chinese food,
Chinese food?
yeah, some people they eat dumplings.
Oh,
The chicken, dumpling. Fish.
yeah.
Fish is good because it's like, fish means, every year you have something that,
Oh,
you have, more money every year.
oh, okay. Fish is good then. I like that. Okay.
You give out red envelope.
Ah, $little to everybody.
More than that.
Oh, okay. Wow, shoot, we don't have class. To the kids. Oh,
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's so fun.
This year is the year of the horse.
yes. Fire horse, right? Yes. Yeah, I did a painting of a fire horse. Yeah. So maybe we'll do. I want to teach horse. I want to paint a horse, but should we? It's a little much. Maybe. So yeah, next week I think we'll continue this, and then I'll help you out. I'll come up with a new subject because I need to return the bird today. So maybe a horse. Maybe we'll get to a horse. I know. So okay, we'll do a horse head. We could do a horse head. Maybe not a horse face, but I think we could. I mean, whole body. Okay.
She's always wanted to do a horse.
Okay. All right. We'll do a horse. We'll do a horse.
And butterfly.
Bryce.
Horse?
I didn't
Oh, you still want to do a butterfly? Okay. No, first we're gonna. Okay, that's gonna be second. We need to do a butterfly first, actually. This is perfect for the colors. So.
Bryce, my colors, I didn't mix it up. So I'm all over the place.
Okay. Yep. Well,
I'm all over the place.
well, you
The
learn
wrong
though.
color,
Alicia, let me see yours.
wrong color.
Looks nice.
Thank you, but you see.
But yeah, I see it doesn't have enough blue. So yeah, good to
Oh,
mix
yeah,
it
that's what
beforehand.
is.
It's that balance. Mhm.
Not enough blue. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, if you're all done with this, you can head out. If not, and you need some help, I can come to you right now. Anyone need any help with their balls? Forms?
You want to see my NAS?
Sure. Yes, I can help you out.
Oh.
Okay.
I like that.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see.
I did this first try.
No, what it is, I think the brush was too big.
No. The brush is good. Let me talk to you. I can help you out. All right, I'm just gonna come around and help you out, and then I'll help out the newbies too for the materials. Any questions you have? Okay.
I just want to prove a theory that it would be easy.
No, you can, don't say.
Okay, so you got the right idea. You're just missing the shapes of the shadow there. Yeah.
I didn't have enough.
We're gonna practice, we're gonna
Yes.
practice.
Yeah. So
Circle.
you're gonna practice.
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're not too sweet, don't worry.
Yeah. You know, think about the ball and the shadow as a
Yeah.
whole shape. I taught you guys the shape thing.
Yeah.
With the line. The pattern.
Yeah.
Such a good sheet.
Okay.
So that'll help you kind of compose this a bit better. Don't be afraid to paint into and on top of the ball there. So you're avoiding that line there, right on top. It looks better than having this white
Yeah.
yellow,
Okay.
which is a simple thing to do. Just move that direction centimeter over. Other than that, I like the segmentation of value. Very good. Shadow over here, reflective light over here. Very good. We're missing the main shadow.
Okay.
So.
All right.
First day.
First day.
Playing with the paint. You know, it's the first day paint. I say keep it. Can you have the wall? See where you
And then
go.
you compare it.
Yeah.
Date
You'll be
it,
surprised.
and then
how
once we
quickly you
practice,
can get better.
and you're gonna see you did it in a circle every time you do it.
Okay. Sounds good.
And did you guys get signed up for the class? Yeah, you got their name called, right? Okay, cool.
Better, gotta get one of those.
I already done it. Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good. Sure.
Because I think you can spread
What is it?
things.
Oh, right, so that's why that little box.
Sure, you can figure it out.
And I only found it on. No,
Okay.
Yeah, that little. No.
Oh,
I put this here and
Or maybe it's.
fill in what you can. If you don't have
Oh,
a
yeah, I keep getting it.
Because we have that answer the other time.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I need to figure it out, so I'm not, I know, cause I go home and use the, it's all. Yeah.
So everything else though, you'll just fill it in as you can. Type your name here. Get it, put it down there.
I'll give it to you downstairs?
No, here.
Oh,
today.
here, okay.
Yeah, and I'll turn it in downstairs.
Thank
Yeah, if
you.
you ever wanna drop the class, you can go downstairs as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you can drop
Oh,
class.
because
Oh, you're throwing in the top. I wanted to. Yeah. She wants to-
Yeah, so
But I want you to
No.
I teach the classes, I do the stuff, same deal. So this is a place to be, this is where you learn how to create things. So, yeah, you'll be building a lot of new skills and, you'll see where it takes you. Be surprised if you do. Have you ever done art just that meaning? Well, welcome guys. I love the doodling. So necessary.
But you have to
You
never
put your
shake
ideas
my.
too with doodling.
Never shake.
I had first
I'm
class.
afraid to break it.
Well, you're gonna let me break it?
Well, that'd be better you than me.
That's it.
The little spray
Yeah, there's good, you remember stuff.
Kindergarten.
Is it mine?
Yeah.
Oh my God, thank you. Yes, I love it, and it's in my little thing. But I'm gonna go back.
That was a hobby lobby, is that, no, or was it?
Would your husband think about you coming out here? Oh, he's okay with it. Oh, you should do, you're okay. Yeah. Sometimes you need to get away from that.
Mine's still wet.
Of course, yeah. Well, welcome, guys.
Thank you.
And your name?
Tracy.
Robert Tracy. Well, welcome, guys. Looking forward to looking good. Yeah. Yeah, and it dries interesting too. I don't think it's compared to like mud. It's like cleaning with like the nice mud. When it dries, it's got that kind of matte feel to it. Good. Good form. Good to go. But I think just you can go on top of these lines a bit. Welcome. I'm surprised it stood up in the, is this the water? Just hold it. Yeah, I use arches, it's a little nicer, so if you have different ones. Yeah, so it gives you one bigger.
Arches.
Rice.
Mine's still red.
Okay.
Mine's red. I didn't get my colors right, so.
I
You can play this weekend.
Wait a minute. Okay.
I'll see this. I can tell your friends. Keep it growing. Yeah. So you got more blue in there? I can see it. Oh, you get a bit of water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you know, it could be a little floppier on the sides, you know, it's the parts that you focus on, that's where you slow down, take more
You
time.
can see I was trying, I didn't do it right, but I was trying to be careful. I
Yeah,
heard you
that's
saying
good.
paint over it, but I
That's,
got scared.
yeah.
Because
Well,
I'm not
no,
used to the paint, that's what I think I'm used to acrylic paint.
yeah, yeah,
I got scared. I was like, "Ah."
yeah, I mean, this is also different because you're working
Oh, I'm
with
sorry.
the main thing and then the background.
Yeah.
That's what, that was hard for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what messed us up.
It might have been a bit of my process. I'm an artist too, okay, I make mistakes, so.
Oh, but no, but you're right, but we're used to with one,
We're,
this
we're
is,
used to working backward, forward.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we're always backwards.